Monster Mailbag, Part 2.
Okay, so integrated circuits, sensors and acoustic components. Sounds good. So what have we got? Nicely packaged. Alright, so these are active buzzers. So yeah, I've been looking forward to getting those for a while. So I only ever had the passive ones. So that'll be nice. These are little programmers. So these are able to take your SMD chips, like your A-Tiny 85s or A-Tiny 13 chips. I'll get a bit closer on that. And then you can stick them in. There's your dip adapter underneath. And yeah, you can program them. So they just sit in the top of the programmer. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, so let's have a look at that a bit closer.
Yeah, so these are quite reasonably priced for what you get too. Put them into the programmer, put your SMD chip in, done.
Alright, what's this one? Okay, so it looks like it's got an infrared sensor and receiver. In, out. Let's get a closer look at that one.
Yeah, so it turns out that this one is a sensor that picks up hand movements. So be interested to try this in a few projects where moving your hand in different ways creates different outcomes.
Alright, next, flaring away in the light. It looks like little OLED displays. I love these little displays. So yeah, little OLEDs. Very handy if you remember back to the clock that I made recently. So 0.91 inch. Who uses inches these days? That's a strange measurement, isn't it? But anyway, that's what it is. So I'll just get a closer look at that.
Yeah, so I'm starting to accumulate a few of these because they're just so versatile to get lots of information in a very short space.
And these look like Bluetooth. Yeah, definitely Bluetooth modules. So let's get a bit closer to that.
Yeah, so nice little control interfaces. It says AT09 with 3 exclamation marks. So yeah, we'll see what that means.
And the last from that packet are these SMD to dip adapters for 8-pin components. So yeah, like for instance, all of those Paduk ones, or most of them are 8-pin SMD, and these are really nice adapters. So yeah, that's I'll just get a close up of that as well. Yeah, they're very, very good. Got lots of these.
Yeah, this is a good quality. The quality does vary across suppliers, but this one's quite good. 100 pieces for $3.57.
So this one has really faded writing, but it says it is resistors. They are in fact resistors and some ICs as well. So let's have a look at the resistors. So I believe these are 10 ohm. And it says 10 ohm on the pack. So let's see if that's accurate or not. I'll use my handy dandy tester. And we'll fold this over. Pop that in there. And we'll try that out. That battery's getting down a bit. Bang on 10 ohms. That's nice. And I think they're 2 watt. So that would be for my LM386 amplifier, which I'll build very soon. But yeah, that's nice. So that's 10 ohm resistors. And then we have some ICs, not very carefully packed, but then that's okay. So that says SN74HC165N. So they are shift in. Let's get a bit closer. All right.
Yeah, great little chips, and cheap as chips. 10 pieces for $1.15 AU, pretty good.
So this one says Travel Switch 3. Aha. So these are little actuators. I think they're 12 volt. Oh, they're actually, it says 6 volt. Oh, let's get a bit closer to these.
Yes, I haven't done an awful lot of work with solenoids, but yeah, these look like pretty good value.
Okay, let's dial this up to 6 volts. And see if we can get something out of it. So I don't know if these are polarized or not. No indication there. So we'll just see what happens when we connect them up. So nothing happens when we connect it up. Let's try the other way. Oh, there we go. Ah. So yeah, they'll be handy for opening things. Well, actuator 6 volts. Interesting. So this one says capacitor, 12 values, 120 pieces. Nice. So yeah, nice little container as well. And unlike some of these that I've seen though, there's no indication either on the top or the bottom as to what the capacitance is. So I'm going to have to label it. I mean, I can see 470 microfarad there on the larger ones. That's 330 microfarad. That's a 220. So yeah, not bad. Nice little box to hold them in as well. So this one says integrated circuit. All right. Oh, there we go. All manner of things in here. All right. So more dip adapters. So it's dip 8 SMD, so or SOIC 8 or SOP 8 to dip 8. So yeah, very handy for all those Paduks that have come in, and of course all my A-Tinys these days, and my A-Tiny 85s and 13s are all SMD, so they need the adapter board first, so that's good. And then we've got 220 ohm. It looks like 6 again, 0603. So maybe that's also got something to do with the, yeah, I'm not sure why I would have got these ones so small. So that might also do with the programming anyway. So let's test one and see how accurate that is. Oh, and he's popped out. And there he is, little tiny guy. Alright, so let's have a look. Where did I put my multimeter? There it is. So 220, so we'll put it on the 2K and we'll see how we go. Put that at an angle so we can see it properly, that's nice. And we've got 221, pretty good. Alright.
Very accurate, and 100 pieces, can't beat that price.
So these guys are a CD4051, a CD4052, and a CD4053. They are all analog multiplexer, demultiplexer chips, which I've featured recently on this channel. So yeah, just restocking, I guess, and I'm just seeing a lot of uses for these guys in projects that that my students will do. And that I will do, and yeah, so I just thought I'd grab a few while the grabbing is good. So let's just have a quick look at those a bit closer.
Yeah, so here they are, 4051, 4052, 4053, the pinouts, and the very cheap prices.
All right, these last ones are LM386, but the special version, the N4, which gives you the 1 watt output from the amplifier.
Yeah, so there it is sitting on the board, not soldered in, but yeah, that's the amplifier project, which we'll see a little bit in the next week or two.
So this one says transistors. There we go. And they do look like transistors. So they look like 2N 2907s. Alright, shall we put them to the test? So 2N2907. Not sure off the top of my head. PNP, I think, but we will check. PNP. So, yep, correctly identifying there. Base is 2, collector is 3, emitter is 1. We've got a multiplying factor there, HFE, of 262. And I'm guessing that's the forward voltage, 664 millivolts. So, yep, looks like it's the deal. I'll check that with the that HFE. Let's pop another one in there and see if it's the same. I can check that with the data sheet actually. Not that it really worries me that much. I know a lot of people get fussed about these parts and how they differ from the data sheets, and I imagine if you were a frontline production engineer that would be a worry, but for me, at this price, not too fussed really. So a little bit fussed that I can't poke this in here, but we'll try that. There it goes. Alright, so let's try a second one. I think it was it 262? Oh, look at that, it's pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, little PNP transistors for all those times that you need them.
Yep, another pretty good deal, 100 pieces for $1.16 Australian, and that HFE is pretty much bang on according to the data sheet.
This one says electronic board. Okay. Actually, I might hack at it with my blunt Stanley knife. Oh, okay. So, positive, negative. There is a transistor in there, which looks like it could be a MOSFET. So, and this is an opto-isolator, I would say. But, yeah, MOSFET module. All right, let's get a bit closer to that one.
Yep, for those projects where you want to shift a bit of current and you can't be bothered putting the board together yourself, this is a nice little unit. Good price.
And this one is diodes, which could be accurate. But, well, I suppose, yes, light emitting diodes. So, 4 packets of light emitting diodes. So that's interesting. Let me just get my LED tester and we'll run that past those ones. Okay, so I'm not sure why I needed more LEDs unless these are flashing LEDs, which they might be. So I'll just poke that in there if I can. Yep, it's going to sit in there and try it, and nothing happens. Interesting. Let's try it a little bit. There we go. Okay, turn the light off. Oh, that's nice. Right, so integrated circuit by 1, by 2, by 2, by 2, by 1, by 2, by 1, by 1. And I've pre-hacked this for you, so you don't have to scream at YouTube, which is nice. And that's it. Let's have a look and see what some of these integrated circuits are. I'll pick the easy one first because I can see this one straight off the bat. That looks like a QX5252. I recognise those legs. So it's either that or the other package that uses that are Hall effect sensors. But anyway, we'll just have a quick look and see what that is.
Yep, so it is in fact a QX5252. Can be doing a lot more projects with these little guys, and they of course in a lot of existing projects as well.
So this looks like a CD4020. And that's an SS34. Alright, so we'll line these up and we'll have a closer look.
Yeah, so a CD4020 binary counter, so that'll be nice to play with that one. This one I believe is an op amp. I think it's one of the ones that Great Scott recommended that you should have in your kit, and I didn't. And this one is a MOSFET driver, which is the 4420. And I think I also got, yeah, this is the 4428, also a MOSFET driver. Also recommended, I think, by Great Scott. And this is a MOSFET driver, so the IR2113. And finally, some power MOSFETs, so 31 amps, and this is a PNP. So that's the whole kit. Thanks for staying till the end. Sorry about the long length of this video, but you know, hey, all these packets arrived at once, and it was nice to go through them. See you next time.